Dear Divine Ones, this is lesson number 24. I do not perceive my own best interests. In no situation that arises do you realize the outcome that would make you happy. Therefore, you have no guide to appropriate action and no way of judging the result. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation, and that perception is wrong. It is inevitable then that you will not serve your own best interests. Yet they are your only goal in any situation which is correctly perceived. Otherwise, you will not recognize what they are. If you realized that you do not perceive your own best interests, you could be taught what they are. But in the presence of your conviction that you do know what they are, you cannot learn. The idea for today is a step toward opening the mind so that learning can begin. The exercises for today require much more honesty than you are accustomed to using. A few subjects honestly and carefully considered in each of the 5 practice periods which should be undertaken today will be more helpful than a more cursory examination of a larger number. 2 minutes are suggested for each of the mind-searching periods which the exercises involve. The practice periods should begin with repeating today's idea, followed by searching the mind with closed eyes for unresolved situations about which you are currently concerned. The emphasis should be on uncovering the outcome you want. You will quickly realize that you have a number of goals in mind as part of the desired outcome, and also that these goals are on different levels and often conflict. In applying the idea for today, name each situation that occurs to you and then enumerate carefully as many goals as possible that you would like to be met in its resolution. The form of each application should be roughly as follows. In this situation involving blank, I would like blank to happen and blank to happen, and so on. Try to cover as many different kinds of outcomes as may honestly occur to you, even if some of them do not appear to be directly related to the situation, or even to be inherent in it at all. If these exercises are done properly, you will quickly recognize that you are making a large number of demands of the situation which have nothing to do with it. You will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory, that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. After covering the list of as many hoped-for goals as possible for each unresolved situation that crosses your mind, say to yourself, I do not perceive my own best interests in this situation. And go on to the next one. I do not perceive my own best interests. Let's practice this and come up with our list of goals. In the situation involving, I would like And inhaling and exhaling. My own best interest I do not perceive. So do you, would I give them to hold and to keep? My own best interest I do not perceive. So do you, would I give them to hold and to keep? My own best interest I do not perceive. So do you, would I give them to hold and to keep? My own best interest I do not perceive. So do you, would I give them to hold and to keep? My own best interest I do not perceive. So do you, would I give them to hold and to keep? So do you, would I give them to hold and to keep? So inhaling and exhaling. So this is where we're beginning to learn to choose again, right? Because the interests of the limited self, or what we call the ego, is always to remain separate, to seek and do not find. So using that as our guide, we can never see our own best interests. Because what is our own best interest? To awaken, to remember we are loved and love, and to go home to divine. The ego's world and thought system will not give us that. It will tell us, oh, your best interest is this next new thing, or a new relationship, a new car, a new house, a new job, a new idea. Always something, but it's never enough. You're always going on to the next thing. If you get it, how long does that happiness last? Not so long, right? So here we're learning that we don't know, because we're so entangled in the thought system, and we're starting to untangle ourselves. And so here we're understanding that only Holy Spirit, only divine, only whoever we want to call our guides, our inner guidance, that speaks for the love that we are, can know what our best interest is. And our best interest is not contained in worldly things and stuff. No matter how many times they tell us. So choosing again, being open to not knowing how it will unfold, what is the best way for us, choosing to be guided, choosing to be guided by love. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow.